visa was cancelled. She was also detained at the airport, and also she was deported thereafter. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're joining me for the very first time, my name is Fajira, and I'm so happy to have you all in my beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. God bless you. If you're new to this channel, I create contents on how you can migrate to the UK, jobs with visa sponsorship in the UK immigration updates, live in the UK, scholarships in the UK, like everything you can think about the UK. So if you're someone who is interested in such content, do hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. So guys, before we dive right into today's video, please do like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. Someone may benefit from it. Like I earlier said, that this is a case of a care worker that moved to the UK recently, and at the same time she was also deported on the spot. So I'm sharing this video so you can also learn from this, so you don't fall victims, or if you have any family member who is planning to come to the UK, please do share this video with them so they can also learn from this. So this care worker moved to the UK, I think a few weeks ago, and when she got to the airport, her employer was contacted because she couldn't speak English. She couldn't even understand anything the immigration officer was asking her, and they had to contact the company where she got the job. I have the voice note, but due to data protection, I wouldn't want to share it on my channel. But I'm just going to explain everything, how it happened. And like I said, I'm sharing this because this is not the first case. When this happened initially, I didn't want to share the video, but now another one happened recently, which is why I said, no, I have to film this video to help other people who will be coming to the UK as a care worker. Now, one of the things you need to know as a care worker, or someone who is coming to the UK to work on the care worker visa, is that you need to have the experience. Because like I said, the Home Office is doing a lot of investigations, cleaning out some care homes that do not even have hours, cleaning out some care homes that are not even qualified to operate, and when you're coming on this care worker visa now, there are different stages of interview. Apart from the fact that you may be interviewed during your visa application or your biometric, the other interview is when you arrive in the UK by the immigration officers, which I always talk about. Questions you should take note of before you arrive in the UK. I'm also going to mention some of them. So this care worker arrived in the UK a few weeks ago, and like I said, the employer that employed her was contacted because she couldn't even communicate with the immigration officers, and they were asking her all sorts of questions. She was just doing yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. Even when you ask her, what are you here for? Yes ma'am. Like when it comes to the care work, you should be able to communicate, because one of the reasons why you're being recruited as a carer to come to the UK to work is for you to be able to communicate well with the service user. So a situation whereby you don't know how to speak English, I'm even just wondering if her IELTS was written by somebody or so, I can't really tell. But if she actually wrote her IELTS herself or her PTE, I don't think she would have just been saying yes ma'am. At least you should have a little clue of what you're being asked at that point. The immigration officer held her and was asking her all sorts of questions. She was detained. And from there, the employer, when they called the employer was like, cancel the visa, because the employer feels that it was a different person that was used during the interview, which is what is going on right now. A lot of people will apply for a job and get another person to do the interview because it's a Zoom call and they may not really know you from your passport or from the documents you have submitted. So the employer felt that it was a different person that did the interview, because according to what the employer said, that the interview went very well and she was offered a job. And just to hear from immigration officers that she can't even speak English, she was really shocked. And you know what? She said, please cancel that visa. I can't have her in my organization. So one of the things you need to know, like I always mention in my video, that if you're coming to the UK to work as a healthcare assistant or as a carer or senior carer, you need to have experience, physical experience, not just the one you do online. I'm not saying the one you did online is bad or is not enough, but to an extent it's not enough, because there are certain questions they ask now at the point of entry in the UK about this care job. They ask you all sorts of questions randomly, which is why I always say, please go get experience. You can do a voluntary job to gain that experience. Even if you're doing the online one after you have done the voluntary job, you will be satisfied, because what you read online is similar to what you're doing. So it's very important to look for hospitals to volunteer or care homes to volunteers in your country before you start moving to the UK as a carer, because even if you had done only the online one and you don't have this physical experience, trust me, there are certain questions that they may ask you and you won't know. So after they asked this lady, what is CPR, what is this, how do you do this, like she was just doing yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. Like, so what is a yes ma'am, yes ma'am, okay ma'am? Like they're asking you a question about the job you have come to do and you're just like yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. Even if it was my company, I will cancel that visa. So when they contacted the care owner, I listened to the voice recording and everything, and she was like, you know, cancel that visa. I'm not going to have this kind of person in my organization. I strongly feel that she used some other person for her interview because she passed the interview. So from what I'm hearing now from the main person, it means that she wasn't the one that attended the interview. There and there, after she was detained, her visa was cancelled and she was deported to her country. I'm not going to mention the name of the country, but now I've got another one. This is even from where I am from. She came to the UK and all of a sudden, she was asked some questions. She couldn't even answer these questions and they had to call the employer, I think about 4 a.m. from what the employer told me. They had to call the employer and they were asking the employer some questions. Now, she went to tell the immigration officers that she's a farmer in her country. That in fact, she's not coming to the UK to come and do the care job. She's coming to go to another city to stay. And she has not done care job before. And secondly, she has back pain and waist pain. Like when I heard this, I was laughing at the same time. I was like, how dare you? You're coming to the country that you're coming to work as a carer. And all of a sudden, you have waist pain, you have back pain, you have headache, and you can't even do the care job. This is what she said. She said to the immigration officer that made them to even contact the employer. And the employer was like, excuse me, I personally interviewed you on so date and you answered your question and so what happened? Like, she's really surprised. And like I said, with the other first case, the employer feels that a different person was used for the interview and a different person was the person that arrived in UK. So this is the same way this employer as well is also feeling that a different person was used for the interview and a different person is arriving. So on the second thought, I'm just wondering, like, you're moving to the UK and you know what you're coming to the UK to do, and now you're not even going to the city where your work is, or maybe closer to the city where your work is. You're going to a different place entirely and you're telling the immigration officer that you're not coming to do the care job, whereas it's the care job that is bringing you. So guys, please, once you are able to get your job offer, your certificate of sponsorship, you want to apply for your visa, please be very mindful of what you say and what you do, because whatever you say, whatever you do will be used against you. For now, this employer may cancel the certificate of sponsorship because strongly feels as well that a different person was used for the interview and a different person was the person that was arriving and she's not comfortable. The employee that arrived has already gone to tell the immigration officer that she's not coming to do care job. She's not coming to do the job. She's just going to a different setting. So why are you in the UK in the first place? So now they have taken down her details and they will monitor her. And the next thing they were like, let's say maybe the employer gets in touch with her and say, okay, I'm going to cancel your certificate of sponsorship. Write to the Home Office. You that came to the UK to come and say this kind of thing, you will have to leave the country. The employer has got nothing to lose but you. So if you're moving to the UK, yes, maybe she may have said that just to make sure that she doesn't do the care job, if actually she was one that attended the interview from what the employer said. But now that thing that this lady has said is still going to work against her. So you have to be careful with the information you share with the immigration officers, because as you're telling them your story, you're telling them whatever you want to tell them, they're definitely going to put it on your record for you. Because there is a note, they will make a note of whatever you're saying. So if you're someone who or had already made up your mind that if I get to the UK, I'm not going to do the care job, I will just go to the UK and just look for something else, you have to be very careful. I would say just stay back in your country. Don't even try it. And you get to the airport and they're asking you, what are you here for? You say you're not here for care job. When I heard it, I was laughing, and at the same time I was like really disappointed, because this person came from my country, and why would this person behave like this, you know? So please guys, be prepared, because like I said, apart from the interviews you do with your employer and so on and so forth, the final interview will be an interview that you will do at the point of entry. And whatever you say there has a long way to go. If you don't know the job, they will still detain you if you don't know anything about care, because they know a lot of people are coming to the UK now without care experience. I shared a video about the nurse that just picked up a patient and put back on the bed. I'm not saying she's not experienced, but there are different procedures in picking up a patient. So these are things that are going on right now, which is why the Home Office is also looking into it. The UK government is looking into it, and they are trying to tighten a care sector to see how they can minimize this, or how they can reduce this, because people are dying because of negligence as well. A lot of carers don't even have the experience. So if you manage to skate through the interview with your employer, the one maybe when you go for your biometric, there is a last bit that you still need to be very much aware of, which is the one at the point of entry. You need to have the care experiences. So when you are asked these questions, it's very easy. It will flow because you have done the job. But for someone who has never even tried the care job before, you can even tell, because nothing is going to flow. It's just like reading up something for an exam, and you just get there, you just want to pour it out because you haven't done it before, and whoever is interviewing you will know from your body language. So guys, this is just what it is. If you have done all the online courses and you have not had the one-to-one experience, please look for a hospital or anywhere, care organization in your country, and just have, even if it is a month or 2 months experience, it will definitely go a long way, to be honest. So you don't end up spending all the money to prepare yourself to come to the UK, and at the end of the day you get to the UK and you're sent back, which I've seen happen over and over. I think there was a case too, I heard that this one said he didn't even get to the UK from Doha. They just sent him back because the visa was cancelled. He was already in Doha when the visa was cancelled, and they just sent him back. So this is what is going on currently. Be prepared before you even apply for the care job. Go and get the experience before you even move to the UK. So, and when you move to the UK, please be careful with what you say, because you would think that maybe you want to, oh, let me just say so that this people will help me. Nobody is helping you. Everything you say against yourself, against the employer, you too will become a victim. Remember, the employer has a right to withdraw your COS at any time, and Home Office will honor the employer because they have paid Home Office for that COS, and they can decide to withdraw it. In the case of this lady now, the employer is looking at doing that, because you don't come to a country to say you are not coming to work, and at the same time you're going to a different city, not even the city where you're going to work, and you even told them that you don't even have any care experience, you are a farmer in your country, you're just coming here. Like, I don't really understand. So guys, this is just what it is. Please be mindful. Be mindful. It's very important that you take note of this. Like I said, I'm sharing this to enable other people learn from this as well, and be careful with what you say at the point of entry. So we've actually come to the end of this video, guys, and I hope you find this video helpful. And if you do find this video helpful, please do like and share with your friends and loved ones. Someone may benefit from it. And if you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family, please do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, guys, do take care and have a lovely day. Bye bye for now.